How's it all been?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a pretty good pre-season, so everyone's looking forward to this week. Learned a few lessons from last week against the Bunnies, so all right to go.
Do you like last week trial, or is it even concerns?
No, I think it was just sort of good to get the boys out there, have a bit of a run around. It's always good to get to Mudgee and see all the people there and see all the little kids for the school visits and all that kind of stuff. And for me personally, it was my first trial, so it was good to get a few minutes under the belt. But the game's pretty quick this year, so just want to try and get used to the speed of things. And this week should be good.
Has much change training-wise for you, like the way that you prepare for a season with these rules? Like obviously you didn't have that chance last year to prepare for a season. Has much changed this year training-wise that way?
I think the best way to get a gauge off it is probably the first game. It's all well and good to sort of do it at training, but once you're game speed and there's there's real opposition against you, it's probably that's the best way to sort of get a handle of it. But like I said, it's you sort of go through a couple of things at training and get it under your belt, and then in the game you sort of get out there and try and put everything in practice.
2 or 3 years ago, you were the informed front row, or certainly up there in the top 2 or 3. It's been a lean few years for the Dragons. I mean, I guess for you personally, how do you sort of recapture that form that saw you play for your country, for your state?
Last year was a little bit of a tough year for everyone involved. At the Saints, obviously, wasn't a great year, and for myself personally, probably wasn't the best year either. So, I guess there's new year, there's new challenges. So, if you're in the game, that's what keeps you honest. Those challenges each year. So I think that's something that keeps you hungry as a player and as a team collectively. I think you always want to be successful. When you're not successful, it sort of eats you a little bit. So I think that's the biggest driving force.
What do you make of the front row rotation this year? You've obviously got Curry, who just keeps getting better and better, and then you've got Poe and Daniel Alvaro as well now.
Yeah, there's a couple of good additions to the squad there. Paul's obviously come from a very successful team in the Roosters, and he's good to have in the forward pack. And Dan played a lot of footy against Dan and with him as well. So he's really good. He's got a couple of real positive attributes in his game. He's got great line speed, and he's got a big engine too. So both boys will be great additions to the forward pack, and I think they strengthens it up a little bit. But I think I think as a forward pack need to improve as well.
How hard was it back in the last year for you, mate? Obviously, look, you had, in the space of a few months, you had Mary, you had cafe visits, shall we say, you had the Origin staff. Like, how tricky was it for you just personally in that time?
Yeah, it was. Like I said, it was a bit of a strange year last year. With the COVID and all that kind of stuff. But last year, we put that behind us and working on this week. So looking forward to this week, and just want to put a good performance in against the Sharks.
Do you let it fuel you in some ways?
Sorry?
Do you let it fuel you in some ways?
Like I said, there's always new challenges each year, and as a team, we're looking at getting better. Obviously, we weren't happy with last year, and we've done some pretty hard training and trying to rectify those issues and have a successful year.
When you're losing Jammer and Tice, has Vic come up to you and sort of had a conversation about you being, I guess, the leader of the pack?
I think with the team, there's leaders all over the pack. I think, and that's one way to get it. A real positive and strong team. Everyone in the squad is leaders within themselves. So if we can have 17 leaders on the field, there's always going to be a strong performance. So I think it's up to everyone in the squad to sort of take up a new role and be positive and everyone knowing their role and playing the best they can. That's how we're going to get a good team performance.
Who in that forward rotation has really impressed you this pre-season, or someone you might really be looking forward to playing?
All forwards have been pretty good. It's been a pretty tough pre-season, like they always are, and all the boys are getting through a lot of work. So as a forward pack, I think we need to be strong collectively as a group. I think there's still a lot of improvement there. So especially after last week, we've done a little bit of video and. We've addressed some issues that we need to fix. So as a forward pack, we need to take that on and put it on the field this week.
What do you think Vick's coaching will have as far as impact on your game?
My game personally, I'm always pretty hard on myself. So I'm probably my own worst critic at times. So I expect a pretty good performance out of myself week in, week out. So put a lot of pressure on myself, but that's just how I get the best out of myself. So I know what I need to do to play strong, and it's just doing little things for the team, and I'll be looking at doing that this year.
thoughts on the Sharks first up, mate?
Yeah, it's local derby to start us off. It's going to be a good test. It's always a tough game against the Sharks. And it's always pretty fiery, and there's a lot of pretty intense, lot of intensity in the game. So it's going to be a good one to look forward to.